Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video, me and my friends are going to be playing through a brand new game coming to Kickstarter called Legions of Kadmon. This is a new one by Stormbraver. It is a 3 to 4 player game that takes roughly an hour to an hour and a half to play. In the game itself, you are going to be playing necromancers, summoning units or vassals into your area that are going to fight for you. These can be undead units or horrors or spirits and all kinds of other units. You're also going to be able to play spells throughout the game that can do damage to both your fellow players or their vassals or the sovereign, and each sovereign is going to come with a number of blood ichors, and throughout the game, as you do damage to those different sovereigns, you're going to gain those blood ichor, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most is going to win. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how this game plays, going through and explaining some of the processes and how it all works, but also showing you exactly what this looks like and helping you decide whether or not this is one you want to back on Kickstarter. As always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. So with these is ways you can support channels like mine so we can continue to grow and build and produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, hit that notification bell and that'll alert you to whenever I drop new stuff. I do also want to point out that all the materials that you're going to see in this video are prototype materials that are subject to change and look a lot better than the final production copy of the game. So let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see how this one plays. All right, so moving into this one, first let's go ahead and introduce ourselves again so everybody knows where we're at. So I'm Lance on the side here.
I'm Bobby on this side.
I'm on Lance's right. I'm Zach, Lance's #1 fan.
Oh, man. All right, so moving into this one, the very first step is to determine the starting player. And according to the rule books, it is the player that is closest to death. So,
Zach.
Bobby.
No, Bobby. We respect our elders at this table.
All right, so from there then, moving into the game, each game round is going to be conducted over 5 phases, and I'll talk about those real quick as we go through these initial phases. So during the first round of the game, we are going to skip over the dawn phase, which is the starting phase of each round. During the dawn phase, you're going to reset all of your tokens, flipping them back over to their active sides. But again, we're starting out the game, so we don't have to handle that. And then you would also reveal the sovereign if one has not been revealed yet. But again, we're going to be skipping over this first dawn phase. So from there, we're going to move into the ambush phase. And during the ambush phase, each one of us is going to collect a card from the wilds and add it to our legion. These are the enemies that we are going to have to face as the players that we're going to be competing against throughout the game. So Bobby, you're going to go ahead and start us off by drawing the top card. And what did you get?
Vengeful Apparition.
All right, and then Zach, that's yours.
I have added the Children of Thamus.
All right, and I have a possessed doll. All right, that is us. So then from there, then it moves into the action phase. So during the action phase, we're going to be starting with Bobby. And during the action phase, he can spend his tokens to do a variety of things. The first one allows him to summon a card, so that'll bring out a new creature into his vassals. And that's going to be his row to use to battle off the Legion, as well as doing damage to the Sovereign, which is going to gain ichor throughout the game. And that is the ultimate goal, is to have the most ichor at the end of the game. The next thing is a cast, and that's going to allow Bobby to cast different spells from his cards or hold on to it and potentially use it as a quick cast spell during other players' turns when they cast spells as a reaction. The final token is the Invoke, and it normally is not going to be used too often by the players until either a sovereign or other cards that the players may have will introduce invoke spells or other effects for that. So hopefully throughout the game you'll be able to see that, but as of right now, we won't be using that as nothing allows us to do invokes. So after Bobby has completed his turn, it'll pass to the next player. We'll continue going until all of us have done our actions, and then it'll move into combat. So let's go ahead and do our actions real quick, and then we'll see how the rest goes. So Bobby, it is over to you to start off your action phase.
All right, I'm going to summon Dead Crawlers.
Dead Crawlers.
And that's me.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to summon as well. I'm going to summon my Bellowing Accursed. I'm going to bypass cast, and I do not have Invoke.
All right. So then I will do... Mine's a 3-1. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and do a cast as well, or a summon. And I'm going to go ahead and drop Living Bones. And then as a cast, I will go ahead and do Bellowing Accursed as a cast. That's a quick cast. I can't do that. I'll do Death Crawlers.
Quick cast.
All right, so you're quick casting on that.
I'm going to jump in on that quick cast as well, adding in my Wandering Ghost for shields.
Okay, so then that's going to start off with Zach. You're going to get to add 2 shields to target vassal.
All right, I'm going to add those onto my Bellowing and Cursed.
All right, so that takes care of that. Bobby?
2 shields on the dead crawlers.
All right, and then I get to deal 2 damage to target unit. I will go ahead and deal 2 damage to this one. So that will allow me to collect it.
You stole Bobby's creature.
I did.
It's not bad enough he's closest to death. You steal his creatures too.
All right, so that is going to handle my effects there. And so that is going to finish off the action phase as we've all used our tokens at this point. So from here, we're going to move into combat. So again, starting with Bobby, each one of us in combat is going to calculate the total power of all of the Legion and all the power of our vassals. And then we would deal that damage to Legion. Legion's going to deal that damage to us. If there is any excess damage from our vassals, that would transfer to the Sovereign after we have dealt as much damage as we possibly can to any Legion that is there. And that's going to be where we gain Ichor. So starting off with Bobby. Bobby, you have 1 vassal down there that has 1 damage and it looks like 3 health. So you would deal the 1 damage to anybody in the Legion first, but I was able to take out your 1 enemy in Legion. So then that 1 damage would go on to the Sovereign, but the Sovereign has not been revealed yet. So it's simply going to be wasted. And so that is going to be Bobby's combat. So now we're over to Zach for your combat.
Okay, my Legion power is 2 and my vassal power is 3. So with the Legion, it's going to deal 2 damage into my Bellowing Cursed, which normally is a 1 health, but I have 2 shields, so both those shields will soak and come off. The Bellowing Curse will actually take no damage to that, dealing 3 damage back into the Children of Thanos, and taking 3, killing it, which then comes back to my hand.
So yeah, anytime a unit is eliminated by a player, that player is going to collect that unit into your hand. So that is going to be how players are going to build up cards in their hands. All right, and then it goes over to me. So I do have my Living Bones, which is going to deal 2 damage to the Possessed Doll. And then the Possessed Doll has no attack power, so it will not do any damage to my Living Bones. All right, so that is the end of combat. So now we're going to move into Midnight. So Midnight is going to be a very important phase. So during Midnight, if you do not have any vassals in your area, then you're going to die. When that happens, you're going to lose 1 Ichor back to the supply, and then you'll get to redraw from the grave up to your hand size so that you have a chance to get back into the game. All right, so all of us have characters in our vassals, so none of us are going to die during this phase. And so then we would also handle any effects during this phase. So some of the Sovereigns will have effects that'll trigger during Midnight or other things that might come up that will have those stipulations. Right now we don't, so that is going to be end of the round. The first player token will pass the next player in clockwise order, and we're going to move into the New Dawn phase. So again, during this phase, we get to refresh our tokens, and we're going to have a Sovereign revealed. So our Sovereign that we're going to be dealing with is Kilgore, Master of Ravens. So he is going to have a Calamity. So calamities are going to be instant effects that are going to be triggered when a Sovereign is revealed. So Kilgore deals 2 times the number of players worth of damage divided to all units, targeting first units with the lowest life. So he's going to deal a total of 6 damage to us. And my guy has 2 health, yours has 1, and yours has 3?
3.
All right, so first off, you would take 1 damage, so it's going to take him out. Then my guy would take 2 damage as I'm the second lowest health, so that's 3 damage. And then 3 years left for Bobby, so Kilgore was able to wipe out our entire vassal groups with that. And then, so that has been resolved now. So then Kilgore does also have a secondary effect that'll trigger during later Dawn phases. So Kilgore deals 1 damage to all vassals with the lowest life. So he is going to continue to cause problems for us throughout the game as long as he is out there. So next, we're going to add Ichor to the Chalice. So he is going to add 2 for his thing, and then we add 1 additional for each player. So we'll have a total of 5 Ichor out there right now that's up for grabs. All right, from there, then we're going to move into the ambush phase. So Zach, it's going to be with you to start us off.
All right, I'll add to my Legion, which will be the Watchers of the Peak.
All right, I have another possessed doll. Yikes.
And a guide in the dark.
All right. Then it is into action phase.
Okay. All right, I am going to cast my Dead Crawlers. Or, I'm sorry, summon my Dead Crawlers into my vassal. And no cast, no invoke.
All right, so I will do a summon as well. I'm going to bring out my Bellowing and Cursed. And I am not going to cast at the moment. So, Bobby, it is over to you.
I will summon Living Bones.
Okay.
And I'll pass on cast.
Okay. All right, so then we're into combat. So, Zach, you're going to resolve yours first.
Okay. Legion total power is 2, while my vassal total power is 1. So I'm going to end up dealing just 1 damage into the Watchers of the Peak, but Watchers is going to deal back to my creature 2 more damage on the Dead Crawlers, killing neither.
All right, then it's over to me. I'm going to be dealing 3 damage, so it's going to be enough to take out my first possessed doll, and then the second one will have 2 damage on it. And then the possessed doll does not deal any damage back to me, so my little dude is still alive. And Bobby, it's over to you.
So a guide in the dark will attack Living Bones, right? For 2, and then I'll attack back for 2, so they're both gone. So I get this one in hand, this one to the grave.
Yep. All right, so that is combat. So now we're into midnight. So Bobby, you actually do not have any vassals, so you are going to have to handle player death. So
Okay.
First off, you would lose any Ichor that you have collected, which you have not. Well, you lose 1, but you have not collected any yet. So then you are going to get to redraw back up to your hand size of 5. As have 2 players, how many cards you need?
3
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
from the discard.
From the graveyard or the grave. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Then it is first player token passing over to me, and then we're starting off with a new dawn phase. So again, we refresh our tokens. And then Kilgore is going to activate his ability. So the lowest vassal is going to take 1 damage. Kilgore deals 1 damage to all vassals with the lowest health. And unfortunately, me and Zach both have 1 health left on our vassals. So both of them are going to be eliminated. Ugh.
That was fun.
That was great. Love it. All right, so we're over to ambush. So I start us off, and I have a remnant of Valrin. He is a 2/1.
Last Dawnborns, 3/3.
Okay. Oof.
And I have drawn the Remnant of Valrin as well. 2/1.
Okay. All right, and then it moves into my action phase. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to summon. I will bring out Vengeful Apparition. And I am going to go ahead and cast a spell. So I'm going to use the Possessed Doll. So this one lets you and another player cast a random spell from the grave. If you despair, instead only you get to cast 2 spells from the grave. So with despair, what that means is if you are the player that has the lowest number of Ichor, then you get a little bit of a perk or benefit. I do not have despair right now because we're all tied for the current round. So I will cast a random spell from the grave. So I'll shuffle these up. And let's see what comes up here. So I have a quick cast that deals 1 damage to target units. I'll go ahead and take this guy out. And then Bobby, I'll let you do a quick thing. So if flip that over, and if it's a spell, you get to cast it.
Quick cast.
Okay, so go ahead and resolve.
Target vassal gains 2 shields.
Okay.
You're the only one that has vassal, right?
Yeah. So
that
really
was awful,
worked out for
guys.
me.
That's the benefit of
Yeah, that was
everybody else. Not
Thanks,
having
Bobby.
it.
Not that you had much of a choice in that matter. Okay. That is my turn. So, Bobby, it is over to you to go.
All right, I will. Well, let's go ahead and summon some cannon fodder. Bellowing Accursed. And I will. What's he got? 2 strength.
Right now, the Watch of the Peak has 1 damage on it, so it starts as a 2-4, but right now it's a 2-3 with the 1 damage on it.
Oh, okay, so it is 3.
And this one has 2 health, 1, and then mine has 1 health and no attack left.
Okay,
If that makes a
so
difference.
I'll go ahead and cast.
Okay.
I'll cast deal 1 damage to target basic unit, target vassal gains 1 shield.
Okay.
Anybody else quick casting on top of this?
No,
I
I cast.
Okay, and I'll target your 1.
What did I do
strength
to you,
one.
Bobby?
Hey, this is cutthroat. Sorry. You're saying I'm one gonna die first. All right.
You started this, Lance. This is your fault.
All the pain.
And then that's it for me.
Okay. Oh, you add a shield too.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to add to my guy.
No, that's not.
I
Not
think he's
again.
got enough,
Not
Lance.
again.
I think he's got enough. Oh, they're
Which I mean,
metagaming.
this ain't probably gonna do much
Well,
good. But
this guy's not doing any damage anyway, so it'll be pretty much a waste.
All right, I am going to summon. I'm going to go ahead and summon Living Bones. Check something. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and run a cast right behind it. Children of Thanos' cast effect. Deal 2 damage to a target unit. If that unit is destroyed and is a spirit, summon as your vassal. It's not a spirit, it is a horse. That's not going to be an effect. 2 more damage there. It is still alive at 1 health.
Okay. Nice. All right, so then we're into combat. So I'll resolve first as a starting player. So I'm going to deal 3 damage to the possessed doll. So 1 damage will be enough to finish it off. So that'll go into my hands. And the other 2 damage will go on to Kilgore up there. So I'll take those as Iker. And that is my turn as the possessed doll doesn't do any damage back to me. So, Bobby?
all right. I will do 3 to the last unborn.
Okay.
Last unborn's going to do 3 back, so even with the shield, it's going to be dead.
Take care of him, yeah.
So I will take this one. This one goes to the grave. There's me.
Okay. Legion power is 2. Vassal power is 2. Dealing damage back and forth. The 2 damage would be enough to take down my Living Bones. But the 2 damage back will be enough to kill the Watchers of the Peak with 1 damage left over. So that 1 bleed over will collect me 1 Iker.
Mm-hmm.
And the Watchers of the Peak will come back to my hand.
All right, so then Midnight. Now we have to handle player death. So,
Yeah.
Bobby, are you at full hand size?
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so yeah, nothing there. But then you're going to lose 1 Iker.
Yeah, the one I just collected.
Yeah.
Now that goes back into the supply, correct, Lance?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you'll get to redraw.
We have 1.
All right, so then shuffle your the grave, and you'll get to draw 4 out of that. Right, and then as you're doing that, I'll go ahead and pass this to Bobby, and we refresh our tokens. Okay. And then, yep. Oh, and then Kilgore triggers, so I forgot that I have to clear this, and then he is going to take my character out as well.
And then I got Dweller. 1, 2.
Okay, Zach, there's yours and mine. Wow. Another possessed doll.
You seem to have a doll obsession, Lance.
I guess
Little
I do,
creepy,
yeah.
buddy.
Three of them already.
All right, I've got the Mwat Dweller, Zombie Shark.
Nice. All right, and then Bobby, it is your turn for actions.
I'll summon the last Dawnborns. And then I will not cast.
All right. Zach?
I'm going to summon Dead Crawlers.
Okay.
And no cast, no invoke.
So I will go ahead and summon as well. I'll do the Wandering Ghost. And do I... Sure, why not? I will do a cast.
Are you going to jump in on that quick cast?
No.
Okay. I will join on the quick cast to add to the stack.
Okay.
We're going to bring in the Watchers of the Peak, which will give me Resurrect 1 and Ungrave 1.
Okay.
Actually, your cast, what's it down? Your cast.
I get to choose when I get to do it. Well, yours is not a quick cast, so...
Oh, you are correct. I take that back.
But if you'd like to do... If you have a quick cast.
But what are you doing?
So it'll depend on... I was waiting because I figured somebody was going to jump in. So
one?
it's either 1 damage, or I could choose to have somebody else do 1 damage, and then I could do 2 damage. But I have to choose which one of those I can do. But I think I get to choose that after everything else is resolved if somebody's quick casting on it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to jump in on this quick cast here.
Okay.
I'm going to add in Billowing a Curse for quick cast. It's going to allow me to deal 1 damage to a target unit.
Okay. All right, and so you're going to resolve that first.
Okay, because Bobby's not in.
Well, I mean, if I want in, I get in before him?
Yeah, because it would go well.
Yeah,
it's you. Yeah, because I started it, so it'd be you first. So if you want to jump in,
no.
Okay. All right, so Zach, you're handling your 1 damage to something.
We're going to put that there on the, we're going to put it on my Mwat Dollar. Okay. Lance.
Okay, and then...
Don't you do it.
Well, I'm looking at the different things.
I mean, you can take this if you want.
Well, I'm not as concerned with that, because if I choose the second option, that would be great for me, because I could tack 2 damage onto her. But the condition with that is that I let one of you guys do 1 damage. So if I do it to you, then you're going to take that thing out, and you'll be able to do 1 to him. If I do it to Bobby, Bobby is going to get both
3,
of these, and then we're both hosed.
Yeah.
So if I just do 1 damage, I'll just do 1 damage and not do the bottom one, because I'm not going to get anything either way, but that way then at least I'm not giving Iker to one of you guys. All right, that is my turn. So we are into combat now. So Bobby, you're first for that.
Okay, I will. So I will attack.
Okay.
This Mwat Dweller for 3.
Okay.
And it'll do 1 to me, right?
Yep. And then you get 1 Iker for the excess. And then Zach.
Okay. Legion total power is 1. Vassal total power is 1. So the Mwat Dweller will deal 1 to my Dead Crawlers, keeping alive as they have 2 health. Dealing 1 back to Mwat Dwellers that had previous damage. That will kill that one. There is no bleed over for Iker, but that comes to my hand.
All right. And with mine, I deal 2 damage to the possessed doll, which will take her out, and she does nothing back to me. But I didn't have any excess to do anything with. So that is going to end combat. So then we're into midnight. We all have at least 1 vassal, so nobody's losing anything there. First player token passes to Zach. And then we're ready to move into the next round. I'd love to get at least the guy going out on camera. So we'll go 1 more round, and then we'll take a couple rounds off camera here. All right, so Dawn, we replenish our tokens. All right, and then Zach, you're going to start us off with ambush. So you got a new guy coming out.
All right, coming out will be the Armored Cadavers.
All right, I have the Vengeful Apparition, which is a 3/1.
A guide in the dark, 2/2.
Okay. All right, and then it is into our action phases. So Zach, you are starting us off.
Okay. We are going to start with a summon. We're going to put out a second Dead Crawler. And again, the maximum on our vassal line is 3 until it's otherwise broken by the fact.
Correct, yeah. And that's one thing that you brought up. So an important thing to point out with that is throughout the game, we do have a cap at 3 vassals that we can have at any time. Now, the trick with that is if we get a certain combination of vassals, such as all spirits or all undead or all horrors, then we get certain bonuses. We will gain an extra token in some of those different areas. So, for example, with the undead, our maximum vassals then becomes 5, and all of our vassals are undead. So even if after the 3, if we have other vassals that come out, they are going to be considered undead. But we also get an extra summon token. So that player, for as long as that player has that bonus, will get to summon 2 units during their turns if they need to. Now, with the spirit players, if you have 3 spirits out at any time, then your vassals become ethereal, so they are not going to take any damage in combat, which sounds really, really cool. But if you have a bunch of vassals that don't do a lot of damage, that is kind of a double-edged sword, as you're not going to be able to do enough damage to potentially get through your legion and be able to gain Ichor. And the only way of getting vassals out of your area is either by other players casting spells or you casting spells on your own vassals to kill them. So you got to be a little careful with that. And horrors are going to allow you to ungrave too, so that means that you're going to gain cards from the grave, as well as you can spend your invoke to deal damage to any one unit, and or you can use it to remove 1 damage from any one unit. And you'll also gain another invoke token. So that is also can be really interesting. And then the final one is if you have all 3 of the Samuel cards, which we haven't had any come out yet, but they're very special, powerful cards. If you happen to have all 3 of those as your vassals, you automatically win the game, as that's kind of tricky to do, but that is a really interesting little bit there as well. All right, so back into your turn, Zach.
All right, I will be casting here.
Okay.
So the regular spell. We are going to use the Watchers of the Peak. So I get a Resurrect 1 and an Ungrave 1. Lance, will you be jumping in with a quick cast?
I will not.
Bobby, quick cast?
Let's see. Yes, I will cast a Wandering Ghost.
All right. So Bobby's will take top of the stack.
All right, so you're going to resolve yours first.
So it says target vassal gains 2 shields.
Yeah.
You can put those on mine, Bobby. I don't mind.
Oh, I know.
Okay. I have Resurrect 1 and Ungrave 1. With Resurrect 1 on the keynote there, it says if it's followed by a number, it has to be random. If it wasn't followed by a number, it's going to be off the top of the deck. So we'll take a quick shuffle here. And again, with the Resurrect, that's going to be an automatic summon of a unit.
Yep. So that'll go straight into your vassal
Mm-hmm.
set.
And here is my reveal. Oh, sweet. Look at that. It is undead with living bones. So I now get that special effect we just talked about.
So that's going to get you another summon token.
Right into there. So because I've gotten that, I can then summon another creature out of my hand if I wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to satisfy that card. As it comes into the graveyard, which I still have the second effect there of Ungrave 1. And with Ungrave 1, it's very similar to the Resurrect, except it's going to go to my hand because it's followed by 1. It's going to be random from the deck.
So that won't get shuffled in yet because you're still resolving it. But.
Okay. So leave that there. Just going to quick shuffle. And this will go to my hand, and I don't have to tell any of you about it.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I don't want to hear about nice with that opening round. Snatching everybody's creatures. All right, that's going to finish there. That's going to go there. Still inside of my turn, because now I can summon again. And everything I now summon will be undead regardless of the icon on the card. And we're going to spend that second summon token there. And again, because they're all undead, I have a line limit now of 5, putting out Bellow of Cursed. And even though it shows horror, it is now undead because of the overall ability. That completes my turn, Lance.
All right. So I will go ahead and summon I will summon one of these little possessed dolls. I'm going to create my doll army here. And as the second one, I think I will cast a spell. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger her thing for my other card. Bobby, do you... Oh, nobody can jump in. All right, so this one, you and another player cast a random spell from the grave. If you despair, instead, you cast 2. I am obviously not despaired at this point, as I do have 2 Ichor. So I will cast 1, and somebody else will cast 1. So let's see what I get. Oh, I get to choose 1. All right, so with that, I can deal 1 damage to target units, and another player deals 1, or I can choose to have 1 player deal 1 damage and target to target unit, and then I get to deal 2 damage divided up to 2 different units if I choose to. Ooh, man, that sounds good.
I like it. I like it.
What you got over there, Bobby? You got a 2/2 on your guy. I'll let you deal damage. 1 damage to something.
1 damage?
1 damage.
Alright, what do we got?
Oh, don't you do it, Bobby.
What do you got? Bones or wall?
They're all unkillable. I'm making new rules for the game.
I can do 1 damage to even his vassal too?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the 3/1 is probably what you're interested in because it's 1 life, and of course you kill it, it goes back to your hand. 2/2 living bones, 1/3 dead crawlers, and what is now a 1/2 dead crawler. And of course my Legion is a 1/3. So you definitely don't want to kill my Bellowing Cursed. You wouldn't want to do that. Snatch stuff off of Lance's line.
Good.
Who's been cheating the whole game.
Wow.
Because he's got that Vengeful Apparition up there at 3/1.
That's also
But then, of course, that allows
so
him
I
to
can do
deal
1 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one would do.
Bobby, we're no longer friends.
All right. And then I get to deal 2 damage divided up.
I mean, I can't have you taking all that
target
Ichor
units.
Later.
Stop it, Lance. Bobby's already picked on me.
I will take this one into my hand. So that's 1. And
You get 1 more damage, right?
I can deal 1 more damage.
Now, if you did damage to him, it would take a shield off,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Or 1 would go, yeah.
Yep.
He's got a big army of vassals there. He's going
He
to take a lot of Ichor.
Yeah, he does. Well, not really.
Right?
He's got a total of 4, and there's going to be 3 that are going to soak by that, so he'll be able to do 1.
I had a big army, but Bobby had to change that.
Yeah, you were going to do a fair amount of damage, not so much. So, I'll drop 1 there. We might as well keep going on the chain. All right, so then Bobby, you get to cast a spell. So you're going to drop Living Bones, so you can deal 1 damage to target basic units, and then target vassal gains a shield.
1 damage to target basic unit.
Yeah.
What's it here?
So, yeah. I mean,
So you could...
that's it, Lance. I'm unsubscribing from your channel. I've had it with this.
You could take out his other vassal, which would drop...
And I'll lose my summon token.
Yeah, his bonus.
That's it. I'm just deleting
And then
YouTube
you
altogether.
would not take his Ichor. Or he wouldn't take his Ichor.
Yeah, but then, then you would take the Ichor.
That is true.
And either way, one of you guys are going to get it. Because even if I put damage here,
Yeah.
I could potentially.
But it depends
do
on
more
what comes
damage
up
what
next.
comes on
It
next.
depends on what comes
So,
up next.
yeah.
So it depends on who you want access to that. Because if I take it, because right now I'm doing 2, so I would get 1, and then the second one I would lose. Where if Zach gets it, then he's going to get the 1, and I could potentially get 2, which is going to put me a little farther ahead. So it depends. I mean, like that's another thing to consider. Is play this
I will.
threes.
So I'm doing 1 damage. I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. All right. So that is going to take care of that casting. And then it is Bobby's turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bobby hasn't had a chance to summon yet. Ooh, I forgot about that. Ooh, he's going to have some more stuff coming out.
Yeah. Pick it on the ginger and see how it is.
So I will summon. And
I'm sure when the time comes, you guys will more than happily gang up on me.
And I'll go ahead and let's see. I'll throw out Bellowing Accursed.
All right. And then we are into combat. So, Zach, it is over to you to start us off.
All right, Legion power is just 1. My vassal total power is going to be 4. So we'll deal with his 1 damage coming over. And, of course, I get to choose where my damage is assigned.
Yeah, so that was the one thing I do want to point out is that even though this guy has a couple of damage on it, you can divide it. You can divide the damage up however you wanted to. So even if this guy was doing 3 damage to you, you could give this guy 2 and that guy 1, keeping all of your vassals.
But I can't overkill a vassal.
Correct. Yeah, you have to divide damage up to all vassals if you're able to, but you get to choose how to do it.
All right, so we're going to put that 1 damage on the dead crawler, still staying alive.
Yep.
So again, dealing 4 damage, enough to kill him, but only bleeding over for 1 damage itself. So I'm going to take that to hand, and 1 damage, and that should be enough to take down Kilgore, correct?
Yep, which means that he also goes to your hand.
Yay!
And when you take out a sovereign, now he becomes part of your hand, and you can actually bring him out as one of your vassals. And they have all kinds of powerful abilities that they could potentially use as well. Or other players can go after them. But yeah. All right, so now that you have handled that, that is the end of your combat. It moves over to me. But before I go into combat, I have to reveal the next sovereign. So we are going to have the Phantom of St. Michael. Uh-oh. So anytime an undead or horror unit is dealt damage, you're going to destroy it. And he does not have a calamity or any kind of effect from that. So he is going to go down. He is going to have 4 tokens for Blood Ichor. And then, again, we'll add 3 more for our player count. So there's 2. And then it goes into my turn. And so I will do 2 damage. I have no Legion, so it's going to, again, go to St. Michael. And so that is my turn. And then, Bobby, it is over to you to handle your combat.
Bad for me. Because I got 2 horrors here.
Yep.
That are going to go down no matter what.
Well, so he's going to do 2 damage to you.
2 damage.
You still assign it how you want to.
Oh, so I guess I can go. Well,
so
and
the
have
shields,
yeah,
the shields will soak it. But otherwise,
okay.
I mean, like if the shields were not there, then
Yeah.
you'd end up probably losing both. But,
Okay, so the shield's going to soak this one.
yeah, because it doesn't take any damage, so his ability wouldn't be there for that
And
then.
Right,
He
yes.
will
Sovereign's
do
going.
damage to this one here to take out that.
Yep.
Then I got 3 going in over
Nice.
there to Michael.
Bobby jumping up
Right.
to
Yeah.
be tied.
Yeah, I really want Michael to go down as being an undead, current player. Everything I have is undead, so 1 point is all it takes apart.
Yeah,
So quick casts are making
And
me
that's
nervous
it.
right now.
I bet. All right,
that's
so that is going to end the rounds as we move into midnight. All 3 of us have vassals, so there isn't going to be any death for players. And he does not have an end of round effect. So I think at this point we're going to take a couple turns off camera, and then we'll be back a little bit later to see how things are going. All right, so moving back in, we were able to get through the rest of St. Michael, and then we were able to, the fragment came out next. Super nasty enemy, but it had very low health, and it was immune or had ethereal until midnight that round. So the next round, we were able to make short work of him, and then Braden came out, or Bronwyn, and so now we're working through him. The game's been pretty close. Bobby's at 6 Ichor, Zach's at 6, and I have 7, so I've been able to hold the lead by just a hair. On top of that, I do have my 3 spirits out, so all my characters or all my units, vassals, are ethereal, so they cannot take combat or damage in combat, but if they can take damage through spells. So that is the one thing with that. So we'll see how that all transpires. But we're ready to move into the new round with Zach starting us off. So Zach, what do you got going on?
Okay. Looks like.
Oh, we do have, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Dawn. So we
yeah.
have to refresh our tokens. And then
Yeah.
our wilds. So Zach, you're starting us off. And with that, ambushing units enter with 1 shield. So everybody, all your units are going to get a shield on top of what they currently have.
So we've got the Rotting Hulk.
Son of Beltran.
Okay. Ambush is done in the action phase. Alright. I'm going to summon 1. Put out Armored Cadavers. And I am going to pass on cast. But I am going to use my Invoke on Kilgore, Master of Ravens. We're going to use his Invoke ability here. Deal 2 damage, divided up to 2 targets. So I'm going to deal 1 damage into the Rotting Hulk. And 2 targets, I believe. You know what? I owe you, Lance. I'm going to deal 1 damage into your Vengeful Apparition.
And that's a spell? Or
this is an Invoke. So that's the ability of Kilgore himself.
Okay.
So I'll deal 2 damage, divided up to 2 target units. So I did the 1 on the Rotting Hulk, taking away a shield.
Okay.
And then I'm going to target your Vengeful Apparition.
Okay. All right. So you will take him down. I'll lose my cast because that means that I'm not ethereal anymore. All right.
Okay. I'm going to bypass on my cast and I'll complete my turn. Lance?
Okay. So...
Take that, nerd.
Oh.
Oh, and I have a quick correction here. I do have 3 undead on my line, so that's going to give my undead bonus. So I do have another summon, which I would not have summoned anyways.
Okay. Right. So with that being my turn, then I am going to go ahead and bring out the Spirit of St. Michael, which is also a spirit, so I get my cast back, and I will cast a spell. So let's go ahead and do this one, which is going to let me do 2 damage to target unit in the Legion. Anytime I cast, I also get to ungrave a card. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick.
I'm just glad you didn't choose to use his cast ability.
Wait a minute, do we get to try to cast before you do that?
Yes, I was handling the effects of this. I have not resolved
the effects
spell
of
yet.
that.
So
Okay.
if anybody wants to do a quick cast at this point, you can jump in.
So what are you doing with that? Okay.
That one lets me deal 2 damage to target unit in the Legion. So
And
it
just
needs to
in
be a
Legion,
Legion.
so not our vassals.
So in each in one you get to pick which Legion. Okay. Yeah, I'm out.
You battle that one, brother?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I am going to jump in with a quick cast on that one.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Vengeful Apparitions quick cast. Change the target of a basic non-horror spell. Someone will be able to change the target of your spell.
I'm trying to think how that works.
So I'm changing your target because whatever you target, because mine's first on the stack, so that I get to change. I basically take control of that spell.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so nothing is out of him, so I'll take control basically of your spell, dealing 2 damage to a target unit Legion. I'm going to target my own to take down the Rotting Hulk.
Okay.
Thanks, Lance.
Yeah. All right, so that's that, and then I will do. Let's see.
You still have 1 cast left. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do another one. So again, I will get to draw another card. Anybody want to quick cast off of that?
I've spent my cast, so I can't jump in.
Okay. Bobby, are you good or are you jumping in?
Yeah, I think I might jump in there.
Okay.
I'll add 2 shields.
Okay. So you're going to trigger yours first. So
Yeah.
where would you like to add that to?
Let's see, he's going to be doing 3 damage. Let's go ahead and put it right here. Okay.
Okay. So that kicks over to me. So Bobby, let you deal 1 damage to target unit.
So my armored cadavers are 3 health. Kilgore is a 2 health, and Living Bones is also a 2 health.
And you guys can't take, or can you guys take damage?
You can do damage to my guys with spells. So
Oh,
this would qualify for that. So if you want to do a damage or something, you could.
So do you have it? What's your health on those?
2, 3, 3.
I'll just take a shield. 1 damage.
Okay.
Take a shield off him.
And then that means I get to deal 2 damage to target unit, and I can divide this up how I want. I'm going to go take out Kilgore.
Not nice.
So you put it all on
dare
one
you
if
steal
you
my
want to.
sovereign. Alright, so I'm going to lose my undead bonus here. There's my summon token, which I wish I would have spent now.
And let's see. Bobby, what do you got over there? You got, what's your total damage?
6.
6 damage. Oof. And you got
3 total. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. I am going to go ahead and use Invoke. On St. Michael, I can target undead or horror unit, does not deal damage until midnight. So I'm going to crimp your living dead so they won't be dealing damage this round.
Okay. Just for reminder for myself, I'm going to turn my card sideways as a reminder.
And that is my turn. Bobby, it is over to you to go.
All right. I'm going to summon the soul of Samuel. And I'm not casting anything.
Okay.
Okay, is that the end of round for actions, yes?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So into combat. So Zach, you are first. So you're going to get
1 whole damage. Thanks, Lance.
There was a reason I did that. So then he attacks me, which doesn't deal any damage because I'm ethereal. I will do 4 to him, which is going to take him out, but I don't do any additional damage. And then Bobby, it is over to you.
All right. So Son of Beltram is going to do 3. So let's go these 2 shields here, and then we'll go 1 more here. And then I will do. So I need to do 3 to him, right? So,
yep.
Yeah, so we'll do 3 here, and then I'll do 6 to him. So okay. 2.
See, now you know why I did it. Because if you would have taken him out, then Bobby would have had full crack at the last one and would have gotten 6 ichor. So I'm like, no.
That's what I was hoping.
Like, nope.
All right.
All right, so now we have our final one coming out. So this is Kadmon, and he has his calamity is he becomes a random entombed sovereign. Execute that sovereign's calamity. There is no entombed sovereign at this point because none of them have been eliminated. So with that situation, what comes up, Kadmon adopts the abilities from this card when he is the ruling sovereign and there are no entombed sovereigns. So the calamity is that players with no sovereign cards in their hands ungrave 2. So I think, Zach, you get to ungrave 2. And that'll put you over. So you're able to take 1 at least.
Okay. So
and then players with sovereign cards in their hands, players with a sovereign card in their hand lose an acre. So that's going to be me and Bobby. So I lose 1 apiece. Okay, so that is calamity, and then during dawn, Kadmon becomes a random entombed sovereign. Execute that sovereign's dawn. Then Kadmon resurrects 1 to all Legion zone. All players' maximum size is increased by 1. So Zach, you could actually take another one.
Okay.
And then we each get we each get a wild token, so we get to add that to our wild spaces. There you go, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Kadmon is slain, the Kadmon Slayer gains Ichor equal to the number of players, then the game ends. So his killing blow is also worth 3 extra points. And he comes out with 4x, so he's going to have 12 blood Ichor based on the number of players. So there's 2, 4, 6. My hands aren't working anymore real well. Starting to go numb.
It's because you're undead, Lance.
No, I'm a spirit.
Yeah.
Cold as a bone. So there's 12, and then 3 more for the players. He's got a lot of Ichor to still go around. All right, and I think that is everything. So then we move into a new dawn. So first player token pass. Well, we have to handle midnight. Everybody has things out, so that your guy becomes normal again. And then first player token passes, and then we're into a new dawn. So Bobby, with the dawn phase, right under the calamity, I think he resurrects somebody into Legion. So we'll have 2 Legion out there now. Kadmon becomes a random entomb sovereign. Execute this sovereigns. Then Kadmon resurrects 1 to all Legions. Players with no sovereign cards engrave 2 into their hand. That's calamity. Okay, so yeah, so he's going to resurrect 1, and then we also draw 1 during the ambush phase. So his resurrection for me, Bobby, and Zach.
Yeah, I got one of your dolls. Not creepy at all.
Not even a little bit. All right, and then he also is going to have 1 from the wilds. Turn around. Okay. All right, and we refresh our tokens. And it is my turn to start us off with actions. We will go ahead and do a cast. So this one lets me bolster all of your vassals. Anybody want to quick cast off of that?
What'd you say, bolster?
Bobby's going to be next in order.
Bolster gives me +1 damage.
No, you get to bolster what?
Each one of them. So I'll get +1 to strength, basically.
Okay.
What you need to look at, Bobby? How are you just
well, actually, I can't do that. So I got to do a quick cast, right? And you can only have 3 here unless you.
Correct. Yeah, unless you're undead.
Unless you're undead.
And then, Lance, we can also use our wild token as whatever we see fit.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 shields, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in on that stack as well.
Okay.
I am going to add my quick cast of Wandering Ghost, which is going to allow a vassal 2 shields.
Okay. So you're giving 2 shields?
Yep.
Okay. And then Bobby, you're giving 2 shields. And then I get to bolster my units. So bolstering lets me deal an additional damage with each one of them. That goes away. And I got a new card for that.
Lance, your bolster tokens will stay on permanently, correct?
No, I think those get cleared at the end of the round. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that those go away.
Oh, no, there it is right there. Power and damage counter stay until they are removed.
Oh, jeez. That's nice. All right. I will cast another spell. Okay, I'll do this one. Anybody want to jump in?
You casting another spell?
Yep.
No.
Now I'm going to stay out of this one.
Okay. All right. I'll spread a little good cheer. So I'll let you deal damage to something.
Do you need to deal first, or do I go first?
Another player deals 1 damage to target unit, then you deal 2 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna go and take the 1 damage against the Remnant and Fallon. Okay. So at least 1 health as they come right back into my hand.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the maximum hand size.
Our hand size has been increased to 6. All right, and then I'm going to deal 2 damage. I'm going to do it on Kadmon, so I'm going to take 2. And that goes away. And I can't summon right now. I can newt somebody. It's undead or horror.
I have 2 undead.
Okay, and where's Bobby?
You could also do that to the Legion line too, could you not?
I could, yeah. Which the Legion's nothing super great right now. Alright, so Bobby, I'm going to go ahead and nerf that guy this turn, so he just doesn't deal any damage.
Okay.
That is my turn, so Bobby, it is over to you to go.
Alrighty. Let's see. So I can't summon, right? I will cast.
Okay.
Son of Beltran.
That's
which I will swap 2 basic units. Bolster all horrors swap this way.
Wait, so you're running that as a cast?
Yep.
So you're getting to swap stuff so we can add in. Well, first we have quick cast to come up, right?
I'm going to jump on that, but you're first.
Yeah. I'm staying out of it. Nope, not me.
I will quick cast. So I get another unit out of there, and I'm going to do Kilgore. So it lets me quick cast, deal 4 damage, divided up to 4 target units.
No, it says divided up to. Could you put all that damage on 1 if you wanted to?
Yeah, which I was thinking about just dropping it on him. Get me 4 extra Ichor. I think that's probably the best choice. So I'll go ahead and do that. And that is... So he goes there now, I believe. So now...
So has Kadmon pick up the abilities of that now?
Yeah, they're going to benefit off of him, so...
And you said you resurrect.
Yes, I do get 1, but then you can carry out your stuff while I'm doing this, because that's not going to change anything for you.
So now with that up, is he getting the Legion Calamity that's going on with that right now?
No, because the Calamity's already been resolved.
Okay.
So it's just going to be the Dawn effects.
Okay.
Alright. I'll give you this guy.
Okay.
We can't do any attacking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Bobby.
Okay. Alright, and then that's going to go away.
I got 1 more.
No, that's the 2 units.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're swapping up to 2 units.
Yeah. Alright.
And then it bolsters horrors that way.
But he can't do any damage,
right.
So
That's a good play.
That was interesting. Yeah.
Yes, just remember he can't attack because you caused that.
Yeah. All right.
So that's my cast.
Right.
And now, if I was to summon, could I swap, or you just cannot summon?
Yeah, once there are 3 out, you cannot do anything.
Hey, Lance, if you were to deal damage to 1 in your own vassal and kill it, does it come back to your hand since you killed it?
I would think so, yeah. Because I think anytime you kill something, it would return.
Okay. So what's this right here? That symbol.
The little lightning bolt one? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's the Calamity. So as soon as... So, like, if you summoned him, that would kick off immediately.
Oh, okay.
So it's an immediate effect when he comes out.
All right. Well, I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. Zach, it's over to you.
Okay. We are going to start out with a summon. And we're going to drop our Rotting Hulk out, which that will then give me the 3 undead, turning all of my line, and my max line is now 5. Anything that goes in my line now is all undead. So with that, we are going to put out. So we're going to use that summon. Get on our Remnant of Balrin. And we're going to use our Wild to summon a 5th. And we'll put out our Plague Strider.
This is why I don't go easy on him.
Yeah.
I love you too, Lance. Alright, that's going to be all of my summon. I have no cast and nothing to invoke, so that's going to complete my turn.
Alright, so we are into combat. So they can't do anything to me. I will do 1 and 3, so 4 to them. I will go ahead and finish this one off and do 2 damage to the Wall of Bone. And then will become active later on. So then, Bobby, it's over to you. What you got?
All right. They're doing 4. I'm doing 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? This one counts as +1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm doing 9. So let's see. They'll take 2. So 2 shields will come off.
Okay.
And then he'll take 2. Okay, and then so they have 4, so I'm going to go ahead and do... So I just take all my damage, right? 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
4, 5 goes there.
Correct. Yeah, so you get 5 from that. Okay. All right, and then Zach, it is over to you.
Okay, Legion power is 0. My vassal line is 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total damage. I am going to have to sign 3 here, bringing it to 7 for the rest of the bleed over.
Okay, so that's going to get you that.
Okay.
And then he gives you, I think it was King of Slain, you're equal to the number of players, so you get 3 more out of that.
Yay.
All right, and then we total up our Icker, so where is everybody at? Because that is game. I have 12.
12.
Oh my goodness.
Lucky 13.
Oh man. See, I told you.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it.
That's right.
That's
Take
awesome.
that, nerds.
Nice job, Zach.
Oh.
Right at the end.
Yeah, once I got that line up, and then the 03 out there,
Yeah,
the
that's
sound
like
of
that
damage
stayed
coming
pretty
across.
close.
Yeah, I was like, oof.
Yeah, that was all right on the line. Had I not gotten that final out,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have happened.
Nice.
I like this game, Lance.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
this is
is
good.
the
That's
game. There are additional sovereigns, so every game's a little bit different with that as well, which is nice. Well, it came right down to the wire, and Zach was able to pull it off by 1 blood icker. As I called it, I knew he was going to come through at the end and do some devastating, powerful attacks. So I hope you found the video entertaining and helpful on deciding whether or not this is one you want to back on Kickstarter. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or swing by the Kickstarter's page and drop any questions you have there as well. I'm sure the creator would love to hear from you, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you later.